Pleasure to see you. Thank you.
Hey, Alan, hey.
How you doing? Great. Before we get to, I guess, other business, I wanted to get your thoughts on how was it getting your ring on Friday?
Oh, that was phenomenal. That's something that no one can ever take away from us, right? We're champs 2023 and it's always going to be a special season and we'll all be connected. Everybody a part of that is all connected for life. So it's definitely a good feeling.
Yeah, seemed like it was awesome. And then the game, how would you assess the Battlehawks and the game, how it went for you?
Yeah, no, Battlehawks are a good football team. We were able to just, execute our plays better and be more detailed. Like we talked earlier in the week, was just, hey, we got to be more detailed with everything we do. And we executed. Our guys did a great job, and shoot, we got the win. It was good, fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, that's fantastic. And then, they did say during the broadcast that you work with Kurt Warner as well as Drew Brees. How was it? What did you have you learned from those two gentlemen that has helped you in your career?
Yeah, so I'll start with Drew. Me and Drew have worked out together the last, or before he retired, for 5 years out in San Diego with a coach named Todd Durkin and the quarterback coach Tom House. So we've been together for 5 years, and I learned a lot from him. Not only just about playing the game, but just how he manages his teammates, how he communicates, and there's a lot more to it that goes on than just throwing a football, right? It's getting guys to rally together, to believe in one another, to execute a common goal, right? So the way he was talking to Michael Thomas, he brought out Darren Sproles, and Darren Sproles was playing. A lot of different guys were out there, and the detail and the communication and the way he kind of just went about it was just amazing to see. And that's one thing that I always take wherever I go. One guy you might have to, get after his ass and say, hey, you know what, you better get going. You better do the right thing. And another guy you might have to pull to the side and say, hey, you know what, man, you got to pick it up. It's all about tone and delivery of a message. And he does that perfectly. And so I try to take that and get to know each of my teammates and just, do the best I can and get the best out of them. And then with Kurt, big X and O's guys, we got to be on his field. He actually has a football field in his backyard, which is pretty crazy. He was, yeah, we were throwing the ball in the back. And, again, both guys are very similar with the details, right? Everything is about details. And pro football, the margin of error is so razor thin that, you got to make sure you get the details right and do them right every single time. So, just talking footwork, talking X's and O's, talking concepts, how he's reading concepts and all that. That was always good. So I talked a lot more about that with Kurt. So I learned that from him.
Oh yeah, that's wonderful. And then, you're leading the league up until the last game of passing. Talk about that achievement for yourself.
Yeah, it's kind of bittersweet, because we're not in the playoffs, so you can't really enjoy those personal accolades. You just can't because my goals and aspirations was to go to the playoffs and win me another championship. But for one thing or another, just fell short early on some of these games. And yeah, it's cool that I have all these accolades, but again, it's really hard to enjoy them when you're not in the playoffs and you're gonna next week, you're gonna be watching teams play and you're gonna be at home. So it's not a good feeling, but on the personal side, yeah, it's good that I'm doing well.
Yes, and so that there's no confusion as far as opportunity because it wasn't clear during the broadcast what type of opportunity you hoping for after the season is over.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping for a fair, shot, to actually make a team in the NFL. So I think right now, I'm not really focused on that right now. Whatever happens is going to happen. I just want to make sure, I'm prepared and ready for the opportunity if it does come. I feel like I've done enough this year. Hopefully, finish season off strong and kind of put the stamp on it. But yeah, hoping for a fair opportunity to go out there and make a 53-man roster and just show people that I belong there.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then the people who have supported this year, the fans, what can you say about the Arlington Renegades and their fans? Whether you come back or not.
Yeah, no, these fans have been awesome. We started off rough, but hey, we still had a lot of guys here, a lot of fans here at the games, and it's good to see the support no matter what. Whether we're winning or losing a championship or 0-5, whatever we were in the beginning. Just it's good to see fans, come out and support and just enjoy a football game and support us because that means a lot to us. So that'll be good. And for my future, still don't know, still don't know what's going to happen, but I'm always going to be a renegade at heart.
Yeah, and definitely you've earned the right to get that opportunity I'm praying and hoping you do get it because you've definitely balled out this season for sure.
Appreciate it, Alan. Thanks so
Appreciate
much.
it. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hello, Luis. Hola,
Hey,
Luis, ¿cómo
Oscar.
estás?
Hola, hola.
Todo bien, todo bien. Something a little in Spanish. Luis, primero que nada, muchas felicidades. Ya platicabas, ¿no? El tema de la entrega del anillo. ¿Pudieras compartirle a la gente ese momento, esa sensación de, pues, tener esa apreciada joya, ¿no? Que es el anillo de campeón.
Sí, no, es un momento muy especial. Pues por vida ya, este equipo, bueno, el equipo de 2023, vamos a estar conectados toda la vida. Somos campeones y, o sea, es algo muy bonito. O sea, hay mucha gente que juega mucho tiempo, está en la profesión de coaching o de jugar y van 50, 60 años en el deporte y nunca ganan un campeonato. Entonces es algo muy bonito que se tiene que apreciar y no, pues es algo muy bien y ojalá pueda ganar más.
Lo hemos platicado y te escuchaba, ¿no? Este momento agridulce que tienes, ¿no? Porque en lo individual superas las 2000 yardas, 2096, tienes una gran actuación que hace que se hable de Luis Pérez como quarterback, pero en conjunto están fuera de los playoffs. ¿Qué reflexionas? A falta de un partido, evidentemente, pero ¿qué te deja esta temporada como persona, como jugador?
Sí, pues es lo que yo pensé. Yo trabajo muy duro en el off-season, o sea, hago mucho entrenamiento todos los días, o sea, y hizo show up esta temporada. Es la primera temporada en mi carrera, donde regreso al mismo equipo otra vez la siguiente vez. Y el tipo de jugador que yo soy más mental, o sea, analizar todo, las jugadas, sabérmelas bien y ese es mi juego. Yo no nada más hago drop back y corro y pues a ver quién está open y se la tiro. O sea, es más, es deeper como yo juego. Y es muy importante por un jugador quarterback como yo poder, o sea, aprender las jugadas bien, bien y también estar comfortable con la offense y con los jugadores. Y como te dije, es la primera vez en mucho tiempo, bueno, en mi carrera profesionalmente, la primera vez que puedo regresar al mismo equipo y pues eso me ayudó mucho también con Chuck Long. Chuck Long ha sido algo muy especial por mí. Como él jugó en la NFL, jugó muchos años, fue el Heisman runner-up a Bo Jackson, o sea, es un muy buen jugador y también entrenador y él me ha ayudado mucho.
Luis, a mediano plazo, y lo hemos platicado, ¿no? La mente sigue estando en regresar a la NFL. ¿Cómo vienen los planes? ¿Has tenido algún tipo de contacto? ¿Tu agente está buscando tener esa conexión para este mismo 2024?
Sí, yo le dije a mi gente que yo no quiero saber nada hasta después de la temporada. Dije, tú haz tu trabajo, pero yo no quiero saber nada, yo quiero enfocarme en lo que está pasando ahorita en este juego en DC, y ya después del juego, ya si quieres, el momento que se acabe el juego, ya podemos platicar de lo que sigue y a ver dónde estamos.
And the last one, la última en Spanish. Estoy haciendo un artículo sobre los grandes coaches en la historia del fútbol americano. Y bueno, estando tú en Arlington en este momento, es inminente tener que hablar de los Cowboys y de Tom Landry. ¿Qué representa para Luis Pérez en estas memorias que todos tenemos de un personaje como lo fue el coach Tom Landry?
Sí, Tom Landry pues ganó Super Bowls, o sea, es un entrenador muy especial que muchos saben quién es y fue uno de los primeros entrenadores de pues empezar un tradition, o sea, el estándar de poder, o sea, hacer, o sea, lo más que puedas todos los días. Aquí se dice el saying, be the standard, ¿verdad? Pero luego el next step es, pues, ¿qué es el estándar, verdad? Y Tom Landry es un entrenador que él puso el estándar que, pues, ahorita todo el mundo lo está usando ahorita.
Luis, muchísimas gracias. Sé que pues es complejo, ¿no? Incluso a uno y quitándome el tema de periodista, como amigo, como aficionado a este deporte, es agridulce la situación que vives. Pero bueno, una jugada a la vez, como decimos en fútbol americano. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Gracias, Oscar. Nos vemos. Am I good, Bianca?
Yeah, Kayla's up next. Thank you everyone
Oh,
for
okay.
Sorry, I won't take too much time. Hi, Luis. Thank you, Bianca. Thank you, guys.
Hey,
How are you? How's
doing well. How are
I
you?
won't doing well. I tried to pick up a little of that. My Spanish un poquito, but not a lot.
Okay.
See, we're working on it. Um, I'm excited to cover you guys. We haven't, my crew with ESPN, we haven't gotten you guys, our specific group yet. So you guys look like you have so much fun on the sidelines. I just, wanted to get your perspective on just this year, what you were able to accomplish last year and kind of having not a complete opposite, but just dealing with different outcome. What's been your mentality going from the year you had last year and now just up into this point, dealing with different results on paper, but still showing out the way you do?
Yeah, it's a great question. So, last year I came in mid through the season, as came in, we won a championship. So, the aspirations for everybody is like, oh, shoot, man, let's go run it back. Let's go do it again, and all off season, we worked very hard. A lot of us got together and trained. And the goal was, hey, we're not losing the game. We knew how good we were towards the end of the season last year. And, when we started off slow, it's kind of like, man, this is not what we expected, And but yeah, we just fell short here and there. It's kind of been a weird dynamic this year because, like if you look on paper, we average more points than we give up, which that's already should be a good winning record, right? We have the number one turnover margin, with that's a huge stat. Usually when you're in the plus territory turnover margin, I mean, you're at least 500, right?
Yeah.
And then, we've lost like so many games on just like bad luck too, not only just, we're not executing, but also bad luck, and that's frustrating. On top of that, we're number one on third down conversions, which that's another big thing. And, it's kind of been a weird deal because, I've had success personally, but our team hasn't, we haven't done what we sought out to do. And you really can't enjoy kind of your personal success when the team is not doing well. So it's kind of been a weird deal with that. I've been dealing with that, and it's like, we're playing some good football. We're just not winning games, so throughout the season, it's like people try to reinvent the wheel and try to do all these things, but it's like, we got to just stick together, like, let's just stick together. We're right there. We're doing a lot of great things. Let's just stick together, and, like you said, it's not the outcome we wanted, but, we have a chance to finish strong and do, a lot of, meet a lot of personal goals.
Well, you're hitting them too. And it's really impressive to see, especially on the offensive side, that you guys are like top in darn near all these categories, 7+ categories. It's top passing, top score. Like, so I guess what allows you to still remain as consistent in that top tier, despite all the things that maybe you personally and some guys alongside of you like can't control?
Yeah, the preparation never changes, right? And one thing that I heard from a coach, he said the difference between being good and great is how consistently good you can be. So I really took that to heart.
I
really took that to heart, because a lot of guys can go out there and have great games. A lot of people can do that. But can you do it over and over and over and over again? That's what makes you great. So I really took that to heart, to just make sure my preparation each and every week was the same. No matter what the outcome was, no matter what it is, trust the process and trust my preparation. That's what really helped me this year personally, right? On top of, coming back to the same offense, first time I've done that in my pro career ever, so especially the type of player I am, being more of a cerebral type passer, knowing the playbook like the back of your hand, getting used to the players, the play caller. I mean, all these different things mean so much to a quarterback like me, because I'm not just dropping back, running around and, trying to just find guys on scramble. That's just not my game. Everybody has their way of it to play, but it really helps me coming back year two because of the type of player I am. But yeah, I mean, I would say, the biggest thing is just my preparation.
And part of my ignorance, your wife and your kids, they're in California. Is that right?
No, so they're here. They're here now.
Oh, they are here. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know where
yeah.
I read that, or that's why I wanted to confirm. So they're here.
They're here, yes.
I mean, the fact, what's it like having them along with the ride? I know for you've been, and I watched I mean, obviously I know who you are, but even just watching the YouTube, the getting to know you personally, just NFL, XFL, just all over, and still constantly pursuing this and at a top tier level. One, what's it like having your family alongside of you? And what's the next step for you after this? If you've thought that far, I know you have another game to play, so.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I mean, my family's been so supportive. I mean, it's been amazing, the support I've had with them, being able to still pursue my dream. She knows how hard I work. I mean, she knows all the hours I put in every single day in the off season. She knows, so she understands how dedicated I am. And that's what really makes her tell me, hey, keep going. She could have easily been like, hey, dude, like, you already tried. You're freaking 7 years out. Like, come on, let's get into a real life now, But she understands that, I've been right there every single time. I've been top of the league every single spring league I've been a part of. Every single time I've been in a spring league, we've made the playoffs or been to a championship or won a championship. So this is really the first time in my career where I haven't made the playoffs in pro football, but I've had my best season, which is, again, something that's also weird, right? So yeah, no, but it's been incredible. It's hard being she's like a single mom, because I'm out all day training and doing this and that. And, she's by herself and, with 2 girls, it's not easy, it's not easy for her. And the support that I have from her is amazing. I wouldn't be here without her. And what's next? I'm hoping for an NFL opportunity. That's my goal. I feel like I put enough on tape this year to be able to get a fair shot in the NFL to really, compete for a roster spot in the fall. Because I really haven't had that. I was on practice squad for a few weeks in 2018. Other than that, it's been all training camp. So, I really want a fair opportunity to go out there and compete. I just want somebody to bring me in and just let me work. Like, give me time to understand what's going on. Again, I'm a cerebral type player. Let me come in. Let me learn the system where I can really flourish and just show you what I can do once I know the playbook. And yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. But if not, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
You have put plenty on tape this year, and it's cool too because even though when you don't make the playoffs, like I mean, I'm no NFL scout or coach, but if I am them and having been around just listening to different gentlemen in that caliber, wanting to see how does this guy handle adversity even when things are not going his way. So I mean, hats off to you. Just last one from me. I like to know this: press coverage, everyone's guarded. Who's the guy? If you can only pick one guy, are you gonna go to South?
Oh,
Who do you go to?
Man, that's tough. That's tough. We have a lot of great guys. Depending on the route combination, but I would say my top guys are right now TV and Sal. Those 2 guys are consistently, winning. And those guys are great. I trust those guys to win against anybody. So hopefully they do a lot of that against us Sunday so we can take advantage of it.
Awesome. Well, hey, thank you so much for hanging on with me to ask
Of
a few
course.
questions. Really, really appreciate you.
Yeah.
And congratulations to you personally this season. You've been amazing. So
Thank you.
excited to cover you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Have a good day.
Thank you, Bianca.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
thank you.
Appreciate you all.
Todo
Thank
bien.
you.
See you. Bye-bye.
Blessed day.